Dear students, today we are going to discuss about some important reduction reactions of aldehydes and ketones. In reduction reactions of aldehydes and ketones, mainly two important reactions occur. One is the aldehyde and ketone carbonyl groups can be reduced to, that is CO groups can be reduced to methylene groups. Methylene means CH2 groups. Just like this, CO2 CH2 group. So then another reaction is aldehydes can be reduced to primary alcohols, whereas ketones can be reduced to secondary alcohols. These are the main two reactions that occur in the reduction reactions of aldehydes and ketones. Actually, there are large number of reduction reactions of aldehydes and ketones. We can reduce aldehydes and ketones using different types of reagents and different types of catalysts. So in this module, you have to learn 4 important reduction reactions of aldehydes and ketones. First one is Clemmensen reduction. Then second one is Wolff-Kishner reduction. Then metal hydride reduction. Then MPV reduction. MPV means million pound of Wheeler reduction. Million pound of Wheeler reduction. That is MPV reduction. So in today's class, let us discuss about the first two reduction reactions, that is Clemmensen reduction and Wolff-Kishner reduction. Now let us see what is Clemmensen reduction. When an aldehyde or ketone is heated with zinc amalgam. Zinc amalgam means zinc dissolved in mercury. Here zinc metal is getting activated by the presence of mercury metal and concentrated HCl. The reagents are zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl. The carbonyl functional group CO group is reduced to CH2 methylene group. CH2 group means methylene group, and the corresponding hydrocarbon is obtained. This reaction is Clemmensen reduction. So what is Clemmensen reduction? When an aldehyde or ketone is heated with a zinc amalgam. Zinc amalgam is represented as zinc Hg/HCl, zinc amalgam. When a carbonyl compound is heated with a zinc amalgam and concentrated Cl, then CO group is, carbonyl group is getting reduced to CH2 group. So here we can convert an aldehyde or a ketone to corresponding hydrocarbon. This reaction is usually done in acidic medium. Then the reagent for Clemmensen reduction is zinc amalgam and HCl. For example, here we have propanol. So by reducing with zinc amalgam and HCl, this CO functional group, that means this oxygen will get removed, then 2 hydrogen atoms will get added up. CH3, CH2, CH3. So how will you convert propanol to propanol? By using zinc amalgam and HCl. So the reagent for Clemmensen reduction is zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl. For converting the carbonyl functional group. Carbonyl functional group may be aldehyde group, CO group, or ketonic CO group. So this is the Clemmensen reduction is specific for aldehyde or ketone, not for the carbonyl group of esters, acids or amides, etc. It is specific for only aldehydes and ketones. Here you have some more examples for Clemmensen reduction. So here is the example benzaldehyde. Benzaldehyde on treating with zinc amalgam and HCl. Then we will get toluene. So if you are asked to convert benzaldehyde to toluene in your exams, you have to treat the benzaldehyde with Clemmensen reagent, that is zinc amalgam and HCl, and it will convert it to toluene. And another question, how will you convert butanol to butane? So again the same answer, we had to treat it with zinc amalgam and HCl, then we will get the corresponding alkane. So in all these reactions we can see that the carbonyl functional group, it may be aldehyde or ketonic group, they will get converted into corresponding hydrocarbon part. For example, acetophenone C6H5COC3, on treating with zinc amalgam we will get ethyl benzene. So always think about the reactant and product. How will you convert this to this? Just by treating with zinc amalgam and HCl. Benzophenone to diphenyl methyl. Another one, 3-methyl pentanone to 3-methyl pentane. Last one, cyclohexanone to cyclohexane. So these are some of the good examples for Clemmensen reduction. That's all about our Clemmensen reduction. Now let us see what is Wolff-Kishner reduction. In Clemmensen reduction and Wolff-Kishner reduction, the reduction reaction is same. The CO functional group is getting reduced to CH2 CH2 part, that is methylene part. That is the main reduction reaction in both Clemmensen reduction and Wolff-Kishner reduction. So let us see more about what is Wolff-Kishner reduction. When an aldehyde or ketone is heated with hydrazine means NH2, followed by heating with a strong base such as KOH or potassium tertiary butoxide, or you can use sodium ethoxide at high temperature 140 to 200 degrees Celsius in a high boiling solvent. Here we are using the solvents diethyl glycol or diethylene glycol or dimethyl sulfoxide, DMSO. Then CO group is reduced to CH2. Then corresponding hydrocarbon is obtained. This is Wolff-Kishner reduction. So what is happening in Wolff-Kishner reduction? When we treat an aldehyde or ketone with hydrazine NH2, we will get a hydrazone. This is an intermediate in Wolff-Kishner reduction. So what is the intermediate in Wolff-Kishner reduction? Hydrazone. So a water molecule, when we treat an aldehyde or ketone with hydrazine, a water molecule will get eliminated from here, then this hydrazine will added up here, forming a corresponding hydrazone. And which one for the treatment with a strong base like KOH or potassium tertiary butoxide, this nitrogen molecule will get eliminated and this hydrogen H2 part will get added up here. So we will get the corresponding hydrocarbon. For example, when we treat acetaldehyde with hydrazine and KOH, what happens? Then the C oxygen will get eliminated and H2 part will be added up here. We will get the corresponding hydrocarbon. So the number of carbon atom in the reactant is same with the corresponding product. So that's all about the Wolff-Kishner reduction. Let us see more examples for Wolff-Kishner reduction. Here we have some more examples for Wolff-Kishner reduction. Wolff-Kishner reagent is hydrazine and KOH. So benzaldehyde, a carbonyl compound, on treating with hydrazine and KOH, we will get corresponding hydrocarbon, that is toluene. Similarly, in the case of acetone, on treating with hydrazine and KOH, on heating, we will get corresponding hydrocarbon, that is propanone. So how will you convert acetone to propanone? We have two methods. One is Clemmensen reduction. In Clemmensen reduction, we are using zinc amalgam and HCl. But in Wolff-Kishner reduction, we are using hydrazine and KOH. Both methods we can use for the conversion of acetone to propane. Then acetone, on treating with hydrazine and KOH, we will get ethyl benzene. So think about the reactant and product. If we have a carbonyl group, then in the product, if it get reduced, we have to use the method of Wolff-Kishner reduction and Clemmensen reduction. That's all about the Wolff-Kishner reduction. Now let us conclude the Clemmensen reduction and Wolff-Kishner reduction. What is the difference between Clemmensen reduction and Wolff-Kishner reduction? In Clemmensen reduction, we are using acidic medium, and the reagent is zinc amalgam and concentrated HCl. Whereas in the case of Wolff-Kishner reduction, we are using hydrazine and NaOH. We are using basic medium, but the product formed from the same reactant is same in both the case. So for example, here we have cyclohexanone on reduction with zinc amalgam and HCl, that is on Clemmensen reduction we will get cyclohexane. Here also we have cyclohexanone on treating with hydrazine and NaOH. That means by Wolff-Kishner reduction we get the same product, cyclohexane. So only difference is in the reagents. Here we have zinc amalgam and HCl, and here we have hydrazine and NaOH. Reactants and products both are same in this case. So CO group, CO carbonyl functional group will get reduced to CH2. Carbonyl functional group will get reduced to CH2. Here also carbonyl functional group will get reduced to CH2 by using the reagents zinc amalgam and HCl and hydrazine and KOH. These are the simple examples that we have already discussed. Propanol will converted into propane. And how will you convert propanol to propane? In both cases we can use zinc amalgam and HCl, and also we can use hydrazine and NaOH. That's all about our first two reduction reactions, Clemmensen reduction and Wolff-Kishner reduction. Hope you follow the class. Thank you.